Morning, guys. It's your girl Cadillac. I am the OG prison wife. It is very early Saturday morning. Oh, it's beautiful out there. Let's go take a walk and chat. Okay, so the sun is beaming down on the screen of the phone, so I don't know if y'all can see me or not. But anyways, it is Saturday. What's today? Is it the 20? Is it 21st or 22nd? No, it's 21st. You know why? Because I just bought tickets for the 22nd. But that's what I got up, and I this morning, me, my sister, and my nephew, we were gonna go to MegaCon. MegaCon is in town, Orlando, at the convention center. Yes, girl, this is the event. But I got up at like 6 o'clock. Girl, first, before I tell you that, let me tell you this part. You know I worked last night, and you know your girl worked at a freaking theme park. So things are so crazy. Matter of fact, I do got a little rap about that. I wrote this song about working in a theme park when I was doing the Merc the Beat challenge. It was a weekly cipher, and it was when I was 35 years old going on 36. Let me see, can I hit this without messing up? Okay. I think I'm getting writer's block, don't know what I'm gonna write about. My life so random, guess I talk about what's going down. 36 in a couple months, the days of 35, I count them down. Usual pastime is the battles of the mind, cause my daughter's a teenager now. Blood pressure's high, I blame that on the stress in life. And KFC's $5 fill a box, cause that's a deal I just cannot pass by. Doctors report I got to cut the salt and pork. Living this flavorless life, the Kool-Aid can't drink no more. Work at a theme park, these tourists got me shaking my head. And the way they switching lanes on 94, it's no wonder I'm not dead. Never stop learning. I'm a current student in graphic design. Projects due in the morning. That's why I'm living this here zombie life. Almost messed up. Highlight of my week, murder in this here be. Hey, it's your girl Cadillac, and I'm out. Peace. But yeah, it's been a little minute since I was out there rapping. But it got reposted. Like, only the best of the best would get reposted through the Merc the Beat challenge. And that one got reposted. But yeah, I'm working at a theme park. But needless to say, it is a busy time in our theme park. I hope this wind is not too bad on the phone. But needless to say, it is very busy at the theme park. We have these it's where like the graduating classes, they would come to the theme park and stuff like that. So it was kind of busy, but it rained hard, and it kind of pushed everybody out. So I did get off 30 minutes earlier than suspected. I was supposed to get off at midnight. I got off at 11:30, which I was gonna try to rush in, go to sleep, and we were going to MegaCon this morning. Now I do work at 4 o'clock this evening, but my sister, I take care of my sister, and she is epileptic. So it's certain places and certain things I can't really take her to. So what is this study hitting buttons? It's certain places I cannot take her to, or certain events she can't attend. So whenever there's something that she can go to, I definitely want to be able to take her to it. And she loves MegaCon. So I was going to get right back up this morning, try to go to MegaCon, and then we leave about 2 o'clock, and then I rush to work. Drop her off, rush to work. Like, girl, that's how I do it. But what ended up happening, my nephew came in the room about 6 this morning, and I was like, we're going to MegaCon this morning. And he's like, no, why? Why are you going to MegaCon? Oh my gosh, I know that wind is probably really bad. I'm like, what's wrong with us going to MegaCon? He's like, no, I'm going fishing with Granddad. You can't go today. So we had to change our plans. So that did give me the morning off. I did go ahead and purchase our tickets because, girl, look, them tickets are sold out like already. I should have purchased our tickets like way ahead of time because I knew about this. And another thing that I'm kind of sad about, MegaCon, you're supposed to dress up like a superhero. And you know, I got my own superhero. My superhero is Super Rapping Woman. Girl, I am developing a comic book about her. She is the single mother by day. She's Super Rapping Woman by night. And it's basically was a character that I came up with when I started rapping. The point of Super Rapping Woman was because when I was out there rapping, girl, the first time I went to a music conference, I had on a skirt suit with some stockings. And girl, nobody believed I was a rapper. So when people started talking to me, they were like handing me their demos, and I would try to hand them my demos. And they're like, what are you doing? And aren't you like some type of, they thought I was a manager or something. I'm like, girl, no, I'm a rapper. So because I didn't look like a rapper, people didn't approach me as a rapper. So I decided that I needed to look like a rapper and I needed to stand out everywhere I went. So I ended up, it was this one verse. Oh, can I hit that one real quick? This one. It was a whole bunch of people on this freaking verse. And this is where Super Rapper Woman really originated. Okay. Sassiness alright, but I ain't using that to sell. I'm banking on the fact that my rhymes are hot as hell. I'm headed for that #1 spot, get out my way. It's that Super Rapping Woman, headed for the top, up and away to around. Game is my weapon, fire lyrics is my cape. I'm suited up, competition coming to get blown away. If the tank ain't big enough, one fish gon' eat the other. I hunger for this game and I'm ready to eat. It's time for supper. But when I hit that lyric about Super Rapping Woman, headed for the top, up and away, everybody loved that. Like the whole studio was like, dang, ooh, dog. You know, you get that reaction. So I'm like, Super Rapping Woman, yeah, I'm gonna be Super Rapping Woman. And then later, I ended up finally, I wanted to be known as Super Rapping Woman. So I was like, I'm just going to wear a cape everywhere I go. Like all the music conferences, anytime I perform, I'm going to wear a cape. And then the cape kind of just evolved into the crazy outfits I would make and stuff like that. And then later I did the hair pieces and stuff like that. So that's how Super Rapping Woman originated. But when I was in graphic design school, I'll link that in the description box if I can find that picture of it. I designed my Super Rapping Woman, a digital painting of her, and it's my comic book cover, and eventually it's going to become a full-fledged comic book character. And what it is she is here to save hip-hop. Like hip-hop is dead. Yes, it's dead. But Super Rapping Woman is here to revive it and bring it back to its roots, when hip-hop was actually a tool that was used to shed light on situations. Girl, I got a song about that. Hip-hop was in the streets, not industry. It was raw, rough, rugged, it was gritty. Hip-hop shed light on things that wasn't mainstream, but not every picture that it paint was pretty. Hip-hop was an expression of things that we've been suppressing, and now we the people finally had a voice. Music is so powerful, we don't tap into that no more. And now the same art form we created now exploits us. Yes. Then I got, man, I miss real hip-hop music. It had the beats that make you want to buy to. Music make you hold on to every word said. Man, I hate the real hip-hop is dead. Man, I miss real hip-hop music. It had the beats that make you want to buy to. Lyrics make you hold on to every word said. Man, I hate the real hip-hop is dead. This the type of beat that'll really bring you back. Only real hip-hop is on the track. So when you're messing with your girl Cadillac, the mother MCs sing kind of whack, cause I ain't with the best of them, nothing like the rest of them. Stand them next to me, I shine so bright, make them look really dumb. No compensation up. Girl, did I mess up? I shine so bright, make them look really dim. No competition, I'm the best by far. You know your girl is gonna shine cause I'm a star. Man, I miss real hip-hop music. It had the beats to make you wanna buy to. Lyrics make you hold on to every word said. Man, I hate that real hip-hop is dead. Man, I miss real hip-hop music. It had the beats to make you wanna buy to. Lyrics make you hold on to every word said. Man, I hate that real hip-hop is dead. Yeah, it's your girl Cadillac. Anyways, y'all, girl, I used to practice my lyrics all the time, day in and day out. So I would make few mistakes. But girl, it's been a minute. I ain't been practicing them things. I don't even be rapping like that. Y'all know I be just on YouTube. So anyways, that's the history of Super Rapping Woman, where she originated from. She originated from a verse, and then she became a comic book character when I got to graphic design school. And oh shoot, and I used to draw her on my demos. It was a little Super Rapping Woman. She became my logo at first, and then the logo evolved into a comic book character. But yeah, that is the history of Super Rapping Woman. Yes. So anyways, your girl got way sidetracked. But I got off of work, got home about 12 a.m. and I fell asleep across the bed. Like, okay, I wear these hard contacts because I am the legally blind artist that is rapping and painting for justice. Your girl is really legally blind, but the only thing that saves me is these hard as contacts. Oh, but you know, I'm grateful that I can see through them, but they hurt like heck sometimes. And the thing is, when I'm so tired, you are never, ever supposed to sleep with them. They're called gas permeable contacts. But when your girl is really freaking sleepy, I just fall asleep and don't even have time to take them out my eyes. It's been times that I have taken them out and dropped them, like as I was taking them out my eye and putting them in the contact case, your girl fell asleep and they be all over the bed. I done broke my contact plenty times like that. Or I'll fall asleep trying to take it out. So needless to say, last night, being so tired, I did fall asleep with the freaking contacts in my eyes. I woke up about 6 o'clock this morning and took it out. But usually when I fall asleep with them contacts, they cause me a horrible headache like all day long. So I'm hoping I don't get the headache because I did sleep in my contacts last night. But anyway, so now I have the afternoon free. I wish I had time to actually make an outfit for MegaCon. Maybe next year, honestly. Time just moves so fast. And y'all know, I'm going to vlog it for you guys, of course. But I'm going to vlog it through my shorts like I do now. Because I did vlog last year's. It was so crazy. I never even edited it. Y'all know I can't say that word. But I didn't even edit it. So it never... I said it. There we go. I didn't even edit it. Now I'm messing up. I didn't do that, you know. So I never released the videos from even last year. That's crazy. I have so much of a backlog of vlogs and stuff. So I'm going to vlog through shorts, and possibly I can go ahead and get last year's MegaCon out, you know, and release that because, you know, YouTube, you got to release stuff through seasons. Like, okay, so now that MegaCon is coming back around, the algorithm could possibly pick up the MegaCon video. But like, say time gets away from me and I don't edit it until like 2 months later, okay, nobody's searching for MegaCon at that point. So, you know, anyways, that's the trials of being a YouTuber. And a busy one at that. Like, baby, I wish I could do this full time. It would work out so well that way. I could be home with my sister to take care of her. I can work on my passions. I really was supposed to be working from home because your girl went to school to be a freaking graphic designer, but yet I still work at a theme park. Like, what? Does that even make any type of sense? Like, theme park money is not lawyer money, but graphic design money could be graphic design. That could be lawyer money. You know what I mean? But I'm trying to get off of that workship, that being an employee. Now the tricky part is because I do need the insurance through my employer because I am legally blind, but I actually have, beyond that, I have a eye condition where my corneas are going to rupture, and my left eye is really to that point. So I basically need transplants for my cornea, and I have to have insurance to do so. So I always have to worry, and you know, they don't really give good insurance to part-timers, so I have to keep a freaking full-time job, and then I have to try to, until I can be that graphic designer that is making bukus of money. So right now it's in a tricky stage. Like, it's basically like I have to keep 2 freaking jobs. That's why I need this YouTube or something that I can monetize and be creative, so that I can get off of that ship, that employee ship, basically like a ship, you know, that you're owned basically by your job. Like, your life is dictated by your job. You can't go here because of your job. You can't do this because of your job. Then you tired. Like, I'm always tired now, and that really messes with my creativity and my projects that I'm supposed to get done, because when I get off of a full freaking long day of work, I'm get ready to work on my projects, and your girl be going to bed. Like, for real. Anyways, so Marcello has not called me yet. I haven't got a call yet from him, so I'll probably be expecting it a little later. It is about noon. I know he knows I go to work by 4, but now by me not going to MegaCon this morning, I can, you know, be on the live. It's this YouTuber that I love. She's a spiritual YouTuber, whatever, and she speaks prophetic words or whatever. And her name is Shantia Deja. I'm probably gonna be doing a Project Reach the World of her. Her words are so inspirational, and are actually aiding. Like, it's not just her words, you know, it's a lot of things in my life where I feel like my life is finally coming together and finally about to change. I feel like Marcello is finally about to be released from this wrongful conviction, and finally I'm going to, you know, be the successful artist that I was always meant to be, you know. But her words are just like encouragement to strengthen, you know, strengthen your faith. Because, girl, I'm getting weary. I've been on this road for a long time, and it seems like things are not changing. But I cannot believe that things will not change. You know, once you get to the point where you believe things will not change, you become basically like hopeless. Yes, and I've been to that point of being hopeless, and really it feels like, come on, let's wrap this thing called life up, because, you know, let's wrap it up. Come on with it, because what else good is left in life, you know? And I don't like feeling like that. The best days have got to be ahead of me. I've been through some storms. I've been through some stuff, like, for real. And it's like, it can't all be bad. There's no way. If the things that they told us are true, the things that we grew up believing are true, then it can't be all bad, you know? Because I've sowed good seeds, you know what I mean? But anyways, guys, I'm back to my house. I'm finna go in, eat me a little salad. Soon my live will be out with Shantia Deja. I'm gonna see if I can find that little comic book cover. I did that in my class. Now let me tell you about that. I'm sorry, and then I'm gonna let you go. That class, Photoshop. When I first started graphic design school, the first class is like this crash course where you take Photoshop, you do InDesign, you do what is the other one, Illustrator. It's a crash course in basically all of the Adobe suite that you're going to need basically for graphic design. So in that class, you have a Photoshop, you know, project. Then you have an Illustrator project. Then you have a big InDesign project for your final one. Okay, so Photoshop, when I did the project in Photoshop, my gosh, that project was so hard. So it made me really like dread Photoshop. Like, I did not want to take that class at all. So I kept putting it off. So end up, my mother, she died the weekend before. I had started school in 2016, my first semester. She seen me go back to school. But after the first semester, it was like 1 week before the second semester started, and she died within that week, girl. She died within that week. So before I started the new, you know, semester. So as soon as that happened, I dropped class because I was like, oh, things always go bad when when things start happening good to me, things go left and start being bad. And I'm like, I knew I should have never went to school. What was the point in going to school? I just lost my mother and this and that. So I dropped out of the classes. Then I think after a while, what gets you through what got me through something like that, my mother just dying, like she didn't even just die, y'all know the story. They took her life basically. They didn't give her the care she needed. They didn't care, and they allowed her to just pass away when they could have done something to help her. The doctor did something wrong and he ran away and basically hid until the last moment, and when he came it was too late to do anything. Okay, so I had dropped my classes. I'm like, I'm done with school. I'm not doing this. But what ended up, like, after you get through the initial part of, that initial part of mourning, then it becomes where I had to keep myself busy to not think of certain thoughts, because I kept thinking like it was something I could have done. I was beating myself up. I could have done something. I could have talked to the nurses in a more stern way, like get in there and do something about my, you know, and or like I said in another story time where the night before my mother went to that surgery, I felt something was wrong with her. And I kind of just looked at her, prayed for her, and I left the room. Now, when I go back to that moment, I'm like, I should have said something to her. If she looked worried, maybe she was worried. And if we had had that conversation, maybe I could have convinced her to, if you feel that, worry, maybe it's telling you something. And maybe I could have prevented, you know what I mean? And then, I don't know. So I really was beating myself up behind that, knowing I could have did something or should have did something or should have did differently and stuff like that. So to keep your mind from thinking of certain thoughts, I had to keep my mind busy. I had to stay in action, constantly moving, constantly doing this, constantly doing that. I always did that, but then it became my healing to just keep moving. And I noticed it because, like, when school was in and I was over frustrated, I'm worried about getting assignments done and turning in assignments and going to work overnight. And I was raising my daughter alone, single mother, because my husband's wrongfully convicted and in prison. But raising my daughter, she's in all the different classes, trying to get her ready for college and stuff like that. Like, that was super duper busy, and I couldn't think about certain things. But I noticed, like, when we would go on spring break or when there was a break in the time and I had more time, that was when my mind went back to thinking, oh my gosh, there's something I could have done. You know what I mean? So that became my shield, being over super busy. Excuse me, it's hot out here. But so I dropped classes, and I ended up, because of that, I said, well, I do need something to occupy my mind. So I'll just go back. I took one. Now my contact bothering me. Oh gosh. Okay, so I took that. That would have been the summer that I took off. And then when August came, oh gosh, come on, this thing is hurting. When August came, I ended up going back to school. Okay, and during that time back in school, I took a drawing class and I took a Photoshop class, and the drawing class was whooping my behind. I've been an artist, like, basically, but this was a requirement to be a graphic designer. Oh gosh, come on now. So I was one of the best, you know, sketchers or drawers or whatever you want to say. And but that teacher gave me like a headache. I don't know if she did that just because I already had skills. Like, no matter what I would do and how good it was, she would give me like a B minus or a B plus. And I was on this thing where I was on the National Honor Society, so I wanted nothing less than A. You know what I mean? So she was trying to, oh, okay, nice, but this is just a B minus. Are you kidding me? This thing is hurting. See, this is why you don't fall asleep with these contacts in. Okay, but she would allow you to redo a project over and over until you got the grade that you wanted. So she just kept playing with your girl, giving me B minus, B minus, but it kept me busy and it kept me trying. I came out with some great artwork out that some stuff that I hadn't did since I was in middle school, because in middle school was when I was the best artist, when I spent the most time. I wasn't a rushed artist because I had ample time. If I wasn't in school, I was drawing all through school. And then when I got out of school, that's all I did was draw all evening. So needless to say, I had the time. Now I don't have the time, so I'm trying to rush with everything. And it shows in your artwork. It does show. An artist can tell the difference on something that took time and something that was rushed. It still looks good, but it was rushed. So I took that class and I took my Photoshop class. Those two things, I was so scared about that freaking class because Photoshop had kicked my behind in that first. I can't even do this. Photoshop had kicked. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just going to have to keep this eye closed. Photoshop had kicked my behind in that first class. So, what I did was, I went on and took the Photoshop class because basically at a certain point you can't move forward until you pass a certain class. And I got in that class and I excelled. I was never good in Photoshop, but Photoshop became one of my best, best qualities. As a graphic designer, I am an excellent Photoshopper. And really, with most graphic designers, they don't even like Photoshop. Like, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love. Like, can I stress how much I love Photoshop? But that digital painting, that was my first ever digital painting. Also, I need to show you the one that my daughter did. My daughter is she sketches like cartoons and stuff like that. So she calls me the other day and she's like, "Ma, I want to make like my logo for my business," because I'm always on her about follow your dreams, follow your passion, don't conform, don't get stuck in these 9 to 5s, because this is where I'm at and I'm miserable. So please, baby, don't come down this road. So she's like, "I'm smart. You can explain to me how to do a digital painting over the phone." And I'm like, "Okay, so I'm not going to say you can't do it because you probably could, but let me explain it to you." So I explained her how you do this, how you do that. And she came up with a pretty good digital painting. If I could find that, I will also link that in the description box below. But she's doing pretty good. Yes. So, she's on her way as well, but she's a new mommy as well, trying to figure that out. But I do not want her to get stuck in a 9 to 5 job, raising her child and stuff like that. Like that's horrible. Like on that 9 to 5 train, it be times where you want to be with your child and you just can't. You have to work. Have to. Anyways, guys, I'm going to have to let you go because I have to go back in. I got to eat my salad, get my day going, and clear off this phone so I can vlog for y'all tomorrow. Anyways, it's your girl Cadillac.